Let's see. I'm gonna go to. Hopefully, my microphone is working, and it is, which is good. Looks like I just got on just in time because there's a tornado warning now in western Oklahoma. Currently, Custer City, Thomas, Greenfield, south of Oakwood, just west of Watauga. Um, and I'm gonna go ahead and do this. Yep. Okay, there we go. It does appear that I have gotten here roughly on time because now we do have this tornado warning. Again, it is for Custer City, Thomas, Oklahoma, out in west. But the tornado threat will gradually increase as these storms move west, or sorry, east. Where site is this at? Let's go ahead and check out the lot. There's another tornado warning. There is now two tornado warnings in effect in western Oklahoma. These are start firing off really quickly. Looks like near just north of Dill City, Oklahoma there, and right now over Custer City. It's kind of difficult to see those right now, but those do appear to be the areas of rotations. See if I can get a better spectrum. Okay, I can. All right, so it does appear to there's a bit of rotation right there, right over Custer City, and over here in north of Dill City and over Burns Flat. This is in western Oklahoma. These are these are two areas of rotation, and this is what we've been anticipating today. Okay, so I was texting some of my friends, letting them know what's going down right now. Again, it does appear that yeah, there we go. Okay, yeah, that is working. I am going to turn my headphones down just a little bit. Hopefully that's a bit better. But again, we are looking at two areas of rotation. One pretty much right here, and that's a pretty poor drawing. It's one right here over Burnsville, Oklahoma, and this one north of Custer City. These are kind of two areas that are a bit more difficult to see because they are further away from radar sites. But as these storms do go east, northeast, they will head into a more favorable environment for tornadoes and damaging winds. And it does appear that the rotation is right there. It's got quite a bit of inflow going into this actually. So we're gonna have to really see what happens there. This has been rapidly. It looks like it's been rapidly developing the last several minutes. And these storms went off real quick. They started up in here in northwest Oklahoma and southern Kansas, and then they just started popping off along the dry line here in western Oklahoma. Again, we are dealing with the potential for several tornadoes today. Let's go and go over to the Storm Prediction Center. We do have this tornado watch up right now. Currently, we do have those two tornado warnings, but we have a rapid line of several storms in western Oklahoma. These are going to track east 30 to 40, even 50 miles per hour. They are going to be in a favorable environment for tornadoes. A few tornadoes are possible, and there is a slow but not zero strong tornado threat with these. But right now, Custer City, this rotation is practically right over you. Thomas, Oklahoma, you need to be getting into your safe spot. If you live in a mobile home, it is greatly. You should probably, if you have a nearby mobile, if you have like a shelter nearby or a more well-built structure nearby, it is highly advised you get inside because these kind of mobile homes they just don't won't last that long against tornadic supercells and winds. Right now, oh yeah, it's kind of a thin line right now, but that will just likely help promote the potential for uh, tornadoes. Oh, tornadoes. I'm not seeing any. I can check the wind and see what happens. No radar indicated or anything like that, but right now it is pretty much right over Custer City as it continues moving to the northeast. Let's go ahead and go up to Kansas here real quick. Bit of wind damage there. And there is this lone severe thunderstorm. It is a little weaker now. It was producing ping pong ball size hail, maybe some 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. But again, these storms have fired off the dry line, which is currently just kind of sitting out here. And it just kind of stalled. The main surface low will be way up here. But with the kind of conditions we're given today, there's just a lot of very strong winds pulling moisture up northward into central and western Oklahoma. I do think the greatest tornado threat will be in a brief corridor from Oklahoma City down to maybe the Dallas-Fort Worth area. I think this will be the greatest corridor for see more tornadoes. But with how fast these storms are ramping up, there will be a higher chance likely going east or sorry westward. This is currently going into Thomas, Custer City. You might have another area coming up on you. Let's go over to velocity. Okay, right now, here's Custer City, here's Thomas. There is that area pretty close to Burnsville. Let's go and switch radars. Wrong one. We do have, it's kind of difficult to tell, but right now, tornado warning for Thomas, Custer City, Oklahoma, Burns Flat, Bessie, Corn, and Clinton, Oklahoma. These are currently what seems to be the strongest storm so far, and the rotation minus Thomas, Oklahoma, just to the west. But there is that kind of broader area of spin now. Might be another one developing over Custer City again. Could be. That's not totally locked in. But right now, the area of spin is kind of out here over Burns Flat, pretty much. These are still moving off to the east, northeast. Right now, I do think the strongest storm is right here, very close to Thomas, Oklahoma. Making sure my live stream's still going. Yep. Okay. Let's go ahead and switch radars. Let's go southwest Oklahoma. And it does look like there might be a little bit of rotation. It's going, yeah, there might be a little bit of rotation there over Mangum, Oklahoma. Let's check that. Some small to locally severe hail in here as well. Let's go and have this going. It does appear to me that there is a strengthening area of rotation out here west of Mangum, Oklahoma. And this is to the south. This is moving kind of towards the northeast, and this will be a strengthening area. It does appear to be as a strengthening area of rotation. And this storm is taking in a lot of inflow as well, which is this red. That's ahead of the green on the left side. All this red on the right from this radar site is going into the storm. It's just feeding these storms with a warm, hot inflow. And there is that area of spin now going over Mangum, Oklahoma. That needs to be watched really closely as these storms continue to progress east. Let's go up the line again. There's that area of spin currently east of Burns Flat now coming up on Bessie. And there might be a new area of circulation there going over east of Custer City. Let's go to a different radar site here. It's been more difficult to tell from here. This tornado warning looks like it's been, yeah, this tornado warning's been updated. Burns Flat, Elk City, Canute, and Carter, Oklahoma. You guys are out of this now. Once this storm passes you, you're out of any severe possibilities. But you will probably see some winds behind, quite a bit of winds behind it. Because as the surface low moves on, there will be a lot of winds coming in behind it. We're talking 50 to even 60-mile-per-hour winds out here in the Texas and Oklahoma panhandles. And that's not going to be quite fun. Right now, we're still dealing with two areas of spin going up and down as these storms continue to move eastward into a more favorable environment. Let's go back up in here. Is that okay? That's expired. Let's go on back over to reflectivity. See if we can find any notches in the line. Because these storms are ingesting warm, hot inflow. So that's something we need to keep a very close eye on. These storms will be moving roughly, oh, excuse me, roughly at 50 miles per hour. 40 to 50, even maybe 60 miles per hour at times. So keep it. These storms will be fast movers, but they're in an environment where if we do see tornadoes, they will spin up quite fast. And that tornado watch does go all the way down. Let's go to. Oh, this tornado site's not reliable. Here's that. Pretty sure that is might be the dry line right here now. But we do see some smaller cells starting to fire up here now as well. Very small, but that tornado threat does go all the way down here as well. So the tornado threat, let's go double check that real fast. The tornado threat does go past Abilene and further to the southwest. That's another area we will have to watch very closely. Alright, let's go back up here though to the tornado warned storms. Right now we still have 2 tornado warnings out. Let's go ahead and check velocity. We are seeing multiple. We could be seeing some tornadoes at least trying to develop, but so far, from what I know, they have not quite succeeded. Not seeing any. I'm not seeing much of or any debris whatsoever in these things, but we are seeing still seeing some mesocyclones trying to go up. Because these aren't, it's not going to be a full linear storm structure. Yes, these will be linear storms, but they will have more embedded supercellular rotations. If you go, right now, the only severe storms are in Oklahoma. It's like clipping the Red River in Texas there. But right now, these storms are just around 80 miles to the west of Oklahoma City. But let's go check El Reno. These storms will be roughly 40 to 60 miles west of El Reno. The Oklahoma City metro area does pretty much start at El Reno, but downtown Oklahoma City, Moore, Norman, Mustang, Union City, Tuttle, Pink, Luther, Edmond, Chandler, Shawnee, Purcell, Blanchard, Chickasha, all these areas in the OKC metro area are under that more significant tornado threat. Now, the threat's not very high, but it is there. Let's go over to velocity. Let's see what storm relative velocity looks like. We can see the rotation a bit better with storm relative velocity. And there is that old area of circulation currently north of Thomas. It's a bit more broad, a bit more weaker than it was earlier. It is definitely strongest down here over Custer City, though. Right now, it does appear that this rotation has gone down a bit over Bessie, but it is still there. It's looking a little messier to me, though. Let's go ahead and go down the line a little bit again. It looks like that brief area of spin near Mangum has slowed and maybe even come to a full stop. Doesn't appear that there was any debris in the air with that, so which is good. That was likely not a tornado. If it was a very, very brief and weak tornado. But right now, these storms, as they continue east, there is a much better environment out here to the east for severe storms. And that obviously does include tornadoes. There we go. Okay. What this smaller tornado warned storm is about to expire here in the next several minutes. Let's go over to. Oh. Okay, there's new areas of rotation going up now. There's new areas of spin going up right here south of Thomas. The old area of spin, which was originally up here. Wait, I'm not the wrong radar site. Whoops. It looks like there might be a new area of spin developing here south of Thomas. Here's the old one north of Thomas, but there might be a new one. There doesn't appear to be a new one developing southeast of Thomas. The storm over Bessie, Oklahoma, does appear it has weakened in the last few minutes, which is good. We're still seeing, I think the storms overall have weakened very, very so slightly. But we should be seeing a new severe thunderstorm warning out ahead of this thing soon, though. Alright, that tornado warning has been updated. It's been just kind of sliced a bit off a little bit there. Somebody, wind damage, small furniture removed, small branches broken off there. What appears to be just west of Moore. Actually, with those fast southerly winds, that doesn't surprise me. But as these storms move east, the hail threat will likely go down a little bit and even completely disappear. But the wind threat and the tornado threat will remain throughout the night. Let's Go over to SRV. This new area over Thomas. Both of these storms do appear to be weakening, which is good. And 43. Right now it's about almost 11 o'clock. It is currently 10:44. Let's go down to this Mangum storm, see if it started to spin up again. There was the old area rotation, very broad, very weak now. Still keeping an eye out for any spin activity, any rotating activity in the storm as well. But right now, most of the activity is up here closer to Oklahoma City. Still two rotating thunderstorms between roughly Bessie, Oklahoma, all the way up to almost Oakwood now. How big is that? Oops. Roughly 30 to 40 miles. Not bad. Oops. Okay, there we go. There's no new severe thunderstorm warning out ahead of this just yet. An eye on any areas of spin that look suspicious out ahead of this line. What do echo tops look like? Okay, it's got some of these storms have decent height to them, but not great height either. Let's go back over to velocity. There might be a new area of rotation going on over just barely south of Bessie now. Keeping an eye on that. Nothing really new near Thomas currently, but that old area circulation that's still weakening. Keeping an eye on this area near Bessie, there might be a bit of. It does appear to me that there's a little bit of spin right there, as that does track eastward. Right now, here is the entire line of storms, and there will be more down here southeast of Lubbock. You're going to have to watch these storms extremely closely as they head towards the Oklahoma City metro area. But after this crosses I-35, I'm going to have to hit the hay and go to bed because I have school in the morning, obviously. So the latest I'll stay up is probably a few minutes after the storm crosses I-35 and past the OKC metro area. What you doing alone, my bed? Anyways, I have my dog in my room. He's usually in my mother's room, but my mom called me and wanted my dog in my room instead. We have a massive severe thunderstorm warning ranging from Altus in Duke, Oklahoma, all the way up to Custer City in Gary, Oklahoma. These storms are quickly approaching Canadian County. Here's Canadian County right here. It's that box. Here's Oklahoma County right here. Cleveland County, Canadian County right here. And as these storms continue off to the east, let's go and check this out. 60-mile-per-hour winds and quarter-size hail. Yeah, the hail is most likely going to be going down in the next few hours. This is still a tornado warning storm, but might be left to expire. But it wouldn't surprise me if we see a new tornado warning here soon for this area spin that's recently gone up. Not seeing much of anything new out here near Thomas, Oklahoma, though. But as it moves east, like I said, this will be heading into an area of. There is a wind damage report there, pretty close to Norman. Let's go ahead and go back down the line, check for any areas of spin. Might be an area of spin developing. They're south of Mangum now. We're looking mostly on the front edge of this line, though. It does appear that there are some strong storms going up here over Granite, too. Those are probably developing somehow for sure. Let's go ahead and head back over to this radar. That tornado warning has been left to expire. But that doesn't mean that the storm will ramp up again. The storm will likely ramp up again the next little while. Ouch. Oh, that can hurt. I'll be right back. I need to go put something. I need to go put my school computer on charge real quick. Okay, I'm back. Alright, just witnessed one of the tornado warnings just evaporate from existence. I opened the blinds so I can see the storm coming in on my area. We are still watching for any spin-ups along the line. The main threat should be KLCS or embedded tornadoes, so we could definitely see a tornado, a mesocyclone produce maybe a slightly stronger tornado on this front edge of the line. Let's go ahead and look for any new developing areas of rotation. There was been an area over Bessie that kind of redeveloped, maybe. Let's go a little down the line. There's definitely a few spots up here. Looks like there might be a new spot over Granite going up again. I'm gonna have to keep a very close eye on this down here in southwestern Oklahoma. Granite to Lone Wolf, there might be some circulation in here now. It does appear that there is a yeah. Alright, yeah, there is some rotation there. Looks like there might be a bit of spin over Lone Wolf too. Sending this. A whole bunch of areas of spin up on this lawn. There might be. Okay, that looks concerning. Right there, pretty much right over Lone Wolf. Right there, pretty close to Lone Wolf. It does appear to be at least a little bit of rotation there. Go ahead and go up further north. There's a severe thunderstorm warning all the way up here in Nebraska. Let's go and check that out real quick. Oh yeah, that's definitely a severe warning. That's quite a strong storm. It's only 50-mile-per-hour winds and a quarter-size hail. Yeah, Harvard. Let's fly back south here real quick. Hey, here's Wattonga. I'm gonna look for any rotation, maybe more in new areas of spin. Maybe here northeast of Quentin. That'll have to be kept an eye on too. Let's go south. Definitely some spin going on down here between Granite and Lone Wolf, Oklahoma. Not seeing debris in the air just yet, though. I didn't mean to go out that far. Whoopsies. I'm gonna check something here real fast. Okay, let's go keep an eye on this now. The tornado warning remains in effect up here, pretty close to Wattonga. That warning is still in effect, but that area of spin is weakening. Let's go over here real quick. And there's a little bit of spin still left in there. It's not as impressive as it was earlier, though. Okay, yeah, that's gonna be good. Alright, tilt forward. Right now, the linear storm structure is it's building up now, but we can still be seeing several areas of embedded circulation, embedded supercell thunderstorms, capable of producing uh, a few tornadoes across Oklahoma and maybe North Texas as well. Oh yes, go back south and southwestern Oklahoma. Let's go and check velocity. Maybe a bit of spin right here, just east of Lone Wolf. Maybe just a bit. Area behind it as well. It's really anything up here on the front edge we'll have to be keeping an eye out for. Just any spin we can get up here on the front edge. If we can get like a little kink outwards that comes backwards into a bit of a hook shape, that is what we're especially looking for. Look for any rotation in the line. Not seeing a whole lot though. Not seeing a lot of impressive spin. And once this passes I-35, which is right pretty much right here. Once it passes I-35, I'll probably stop the stream as it's already getting late, as is for me. These storms are going to continue their progress to the east. There's a new tornado warning issued. Watonga, Hitchcock, Loyal, Oklahoma. You need to get in your safe spot immediately. Lowest level of the house, lowest, most center point of the house. You need to get into your safe spot immediately. Does look like my rotation's gone back up a little bit. Yeah, there's your tornado warning maker right there. If we see a tornado, it's going to be right there. It is currently around 8 to 10 miles southwest of Watonga, and this is heading kind of to the northeast. It might miss Watonga to the north, but it may go towards Hitchcock or Loyal, Oklahoma. But as this progresses northeastward, it is still going to be heading into a more favorable environment. Okay, there we go. Yeah, that works. Alright, right now we are still dealing with this tornado warning storm. Let's go to the north. Oh, for the line to the north. Yeah, this area, that storm that is completely weakened now. Let's go down here into central Oklahoma again. Oh, Watonga, this is going to get really close to you. If I lived in Watonga, Oklahoma, I'd be getting to my safe spot right about now. Right now, it is getting real close to Watonga. There's the rotation spin coming up real close to Watonga, Oklahoma. It's just might miss Watonga to or what yeah, Watonga to the west, but just barely. It's going go down the line. Hobart, you might need to be getting ready for a spin up along the front of the line. If we see that any rotation down there gets stronger, we could see a brief spin up down there as well. Uh, Okay, there we go. Got my phone back up and going. Back up and running. Okay, I can see any. You guys have any comments you guys may want to leave? I can read them now. We still have this tornado warning right over, pretty much right over Watauga now. Yeah, that's strengthened a bit. Yeah, that's getting stronger. It's tightening right over to the northwest of Watauga. I'm gonna double check for an ECC drop. Oops. Velocity. There's currently no tornado warnings in southern Oklahoma, but we do have this little area just going north of Watauga, and it might be going straight for Hitchcock, Oklahoma. Here, this is the reason for the tornado warning right now. And it's barely north of Watauga, Oklahoma. The storm is currently moving 40 to 50 miles per hour. This is saying 55 miles per hour. But but these storms will be entering an even more favorable environment as they continue moving off to the east. Ouch. This particular storm has been the strongest in the line so far. Started down here near Custer City, particularly, as it went northeastward. They got strong near Thomas, between Custer City and Thomas. And then as it just continued off to the northeast, it got strong and went up and down a little bit. Yeah, that is currently the tornado warning maker right there for Watauga. It's trying to get its act together, that's for sure. Let's go down to southwest Oklahoma here real fast. Anything on this main line, we are watching for absolutely anything ahead on this front area. We're currently watching that for absolutely any tornadic activity. These storms are going to be entering Canadian County and rough here in the next half hour to about an hour as they continue to tracking eastward. There's currently now only one tornado warning active in the states, and it's for this storm right there, that area of spin, pretty much right over Watauga. Let's go down this. There might be a bit of spin going on over Corn, Oklahoma, which maybe we're keeping an eye out for any of these cells to start to spin up again. Right now, this is going right over Watauga. Definitely, there's quite a bit of spin there. Oh, dang. Still watching. We need to keep it real close on this thing. Hold up. Oop, not really got that far. Currently, this most severe storms are from around the Weatherford area all the way down to Mangum and just barely north of Altus, Oklahoma now. These are the severe storms that are currently producing mostly damaging winds and some hail. But the tornado threat, or the biggest tornado threat current at this specific time is right here north of Watauga. It does appear that it did get stronger just a little bit right there. Currently going pretty much trying to beeline it for Hitchcock almost. Okay, there you go. That running appropriately now. Okay, we still have this big severe thunderstorm warning running from south of Greenfield and Thomas, Oklahoma. This goes all the way down the line to Alexis and just very close to East Duke, Oklahoma. We could still see some spin-up tornadoes down here as well if any of these storms can. Oh, there's a gust front right there. Okay, that is this looks like it might be a gust front right here. And if that is a gust front, that can limit tornado possibilities in that area. Right now, this tornado warning is currently 9 minutes away from expiring. But we still have this area of spin right there. It is currently just 5 to 6, maybe 7 miles south of Hitchcock, Oklahoma. As this continues off to the northeast, it might just barely, it could barely miss Hitchcock, but from the looks of it, it might go a bit too close for comfort. See if the Storm Prediction Center has anything new. Not quite. There's some hail and wind reports, though. Let's see here. There we go. And the area is spin currently going ever so closely to Hitchcock. It does appear it might be trying to strengthen. See if SRV is picking this up. This is going real close to Hitchcock, Oklahoma. If this produces a tornado, it might go straight through downtown. And again, for those who are in like a mobile home or living in an RV, any weakly structured building or vehicle or whatnot, it is highly advised that you evacuate said buildings as they are not constructed to go head to head with tornadoes. And if this is a gust front right here, which it does, at least to me, appear like it is a bit of a gust front. If so, then anything behind this, the tornado threat will gradually go down. But this, as long as it's gust front, if it does not go up to the north, the tornado threat will continue for Oklahoma City area. Check the Storm Prediction Center as well. Still nothing, but they do have this thunderstorm outlook out currently. That Alright, anyways, we're still having. There we go. Whatever here. This tornado warning will expire in 5 minutes. It wouldn't surprise me if we see another one out of this, though. So we still have a bit of rotation there. Pretty much right over Hitchcock now. No debris there, though, which is good. Might have been a let's check velocity here. This is pretty much going right through. I'm going to make it a bit of a better check for this. There we go. It's Doesn't look like much. Anyways, it wouldn't surprise me if we see a new tornado warning out ahead of this going further to the northeast. Something similar to that. That was kind of a bad box, but you get the general idea, hopefully. But as this continues off to the east, the tornado threat will likely not diminish that much at all. Okay, get a bit of water. It's kind of difficult to let's try to see here. It's good. Nope, didn't mean to go there. Now, the area of spin is going right over Hitchcock now. It's continuing its track to the northeast. It's very close. It's rather slightly closer. Not particularly. Let's get that back down to southwest Oklahoma because we still need to be watching out for anything. Okay, yeah, this is going to be a gust front right here. Ranger French right here is a gust front that has exited the storm. Tornado chances behind this, all this green back here, all the tornado possibilities has just dropped all the way down because of this gust front. But anything up here, pretty much this is the cutoff pretty much right here. Anything behind this back here, tornadic possibilities have pretty much dropped. But anything up here, that the tornado chances will remain. Up here, here's a storm up here near Hitchcock. That rotation is still there and tracking northeast. As this does get a warning, it's as mud in a more semi-rural area, which is good. But what's not good is this is still tracking and spinning to the northeast. Just checking a few things real quick. Anyways, let's go further southwest again. It's going to refocus up here on this storm that this tornado warning is going to be allowed to expire. These storms are still moving very rapidly. It's going over to velocity. There is still a bit of an area of spin though. Uh, right here, that's still a bit of area of spin. Right now, this tornado warning will be allowed to expire, but we still have a bunch of areas that can still spin up and produce possible tornadoes there. Pretty much ranging from Hobart, Oklahoma, all the way up to uh, Okeen, Oklahoma. As long as these storms stay ahead of the gust front, they will continue to have that potential for tornadoes. And the severe threat behind the gust front can still remain, but it'll just be lower than what the storms would have originally been. I'm gonna have to catch up with myself on my live stream here on my phone, so that way I can keep an eye on my live stream, make sure it doesn't shut off on me. Now, is this tornado warning has expired, which means there is no tornado warning storms currently. But that doesn't mean that an area on this line could spin up once again and produce a tornado or two. Okay, that down. There is a severe thunderstorm warning for 70-mile-per-hour winds and some small hail for that same storm. Let's go over to velocity. This storm relative velocity. And there will be some severe storms in here. Tornado tag is in there though, so tornado warning has pretty much been just replaced by a severe thunderstorm warning. Down here, further to the south, it does appear the gust front has kind of stopped right here. This is the gust front going ahead of these storms. But Gatabo, Oklahoma, you may need to get ready for any area spin that could be west of you, that could develop west of you. Pretty much anywhere from this line upwards needs to get ready for any surprise areas of rotation that may go up along the line. Okay, let me get a bit of water here real quick. Alright, there we go. Still watching for any rotation development as well out here kind of on the front of this storm. It's a bit of velocity. And there might be some areas to spin out here. And we're keeping an eye out for any spins out here on the closer to the front of the storm as well. Storm Prediction Center has anything updated? Nope. Still has the enhanced risk up, obviously. Storm reports. No tornado reports as of now. So you can go down here. Let's go back to reflectivity because there will be at times heavy rainfall. Heavy rainfall at times. And let's hop out here for a second. This thunderstorm warning will expire in about 10 minutes, but we should see a new one pop up ahead of the line as these storms are still entering a very favorable environment for tornadic supercells embedded in this line. Okay. So no new tornado warnings as of now, but there still holds the risk for severe storms overnight, obviously. But if the gust front, which is currently in southwest Oklahoma, uh, can turn this down. There you go. It's better. Anyways, right here there is a gust front right here, which is stopping any tornadic or just in general severe storms from going back up here in the storm, southwestern storms. But if these storms can progress out ahead of the gust front, they can spin and maybe produce some more severe weather type activities. It does appear that these storms might be falling behind a little bit actually, because there is a bit of a line right here trying to develop. Let's go up here in northern Oklahoma because there's just appear to be a couple of strong storms up here as well. We might see a new tornado warning out of this storm if it can get its act together again. For right now, nothing really spinning or rotating out here, but we could definitely see these storms also go up if they can tap into the atmosphere. But these storms are moving a lot slower. These storms are moving only around 30 miles per hour. There's a new mesoscale discussion, and the most probable peak intensity is going to be for tornadoes, which should be around 120 to 150 miles per hour. Now, this couldn't happen; it most likely won't. Right now, a line of convection across western Oklahoma continues to shift east at around 30 to 40 miles per hour. These storms have generally been organized given strong vertical shear. However, convection has largely remained elevated given modest boundary layer moisture and poor low-level lapse rates. Nevertheless, a few severe gusts near 60 miles per hour have been noted. Furthermore, a few line-embedded cells have occasionally exhibited modest low-level rotation. This suggests that these storms can become surface-based. Tornado risk will increase given very large favorably curved hydrographs as seen in region VWP data. Convection may intensify with time and southward extent across parts of the Red River vicinity as convection moves into somewhat better quality moisture later tonight. Trends will be monitored and downstream watch issuance may become necessary across parts of eastern Oklahoma and northeast Texas in the next few hours. Oops. Anyways, severe risk continues in the next several hours, including tornadoes, mostly tornadoes, and damaging winds. I'll probably be going to bed here in about like 20 minutes. So I'm getting quite tired and I need my sleep. But I don't know if I'll be able to go live on storms in South in the Dixie Alley area because those storms out there will likely start too early in the day for me. So I'll be in school. Let's end the live stream now and just get to bed.